Adam Aron's discussion of shorts, the fact that nearly all short sellers are going long on AMC. The outlook for AMC's future and many other topics are covered in today's video. First, we discussed Adam Aron's letter from yesterday, in which he states that he is clearly attempting to elevate AMC to a new level. He spoke about AMC's future, and we also discussed how, as the company's biggest individual shareholder, Adam Aron can clearly benefit from raising AMC's price. One of the topics we also discussed was his statement, which made it apparent that many of you have a variety of your own beliefs on why the price of AMC's stock has dropped. Some of those perspectives accurately describe what has been taking place. Some may make no sense at all, while others may only be somewhat true. As we have already discussed, he did not identify which of them are unquestionably right. Furthermore, he did not state that they are entirely incorrect. Simply put, they might not make any sense at all. Now, the reason I say this is because we have witnessed numerous instances of these short sellers and market makers' tactics being used to stifle AMCH. One of the most significant ones we discussed was, of course, dark pools, high-frequency trading, and other things we've seen before. That's probably what Adam Aron is talking about now. Clearly, he's referring to the nude shorts. He is referring to the dark pool. I'm saying that because I recently found this video, which I'll play for you all right now. Adam Aron is essentially stating that institutional computer algorithms are undoubtedly targeting AMC with a great deal of suppression, manipulation, and seller boxing. Naturally, I'll include a link in the description so you can all check it out for yourself. But there are a ton of algorithmic machines trading our stock every day. Our stock continues to be quite erratic. I'm sorry if it's too quiet, but feel free to have a look. In this interview from 2021, Alamar is essentially discussing the kind of algorithm training that AMC is still doing. He also discusses the volatility. He discusses how this is abnormal. Furthermore, we are aware that the price of AMC is usually suppressed by these high-frequency trading algorithms. We've witnessed the spoofing. The nude shorts are one example of it, and that's clearly what's taking place. Going back to Adam Aron's latest statement, it makes sense why he claims that some of these opinions are accurate, given what has been going on. However, he has already stated that he is obviously unable to publicly speak on some topics. So, this is what I wanted to discuss briefly. And you know what we need to realize is that the manipulation is clearly ongoing. You can see that a bank was fined $7.1 million for failing to prevent insider trading and manipulation. But the issue is that individual investors are sometimes the ones who are causing banks to be penalized for failing to prevent possible insider trading and manipulation. Therefore, for those of you who don't think Adamar is real and don't think you understand what the apes are saying, these are ongoing issues. The fact that these are real items that are being fined demonstrates the manipulation that is taking place. And banks are in charge of these. We've seen how brokers have assisted short sellers, so this is what we're looking at. When we discuss how all of these institutions are supporting one another and screwing over the public, some of the market makers have assisted short sellers, as we have seen. The benefits of the regulations for short sellers have been demonstrated. They are clearly attempting to screw over retail, and this is basically one giant circle in which they are supporting one another. But we know that this cannot continue indefinitely, and it is already beginning to wear them down, as you can see. These short sellers are beginning to realize what is going to happen. They are currently terrified of what we are going to accomplish, as well as everything AMC has done. As you can see, practically every AMC short seller from 2021 has amassed millions of AMC shares during the market decline. Large long positions are currently being hedged by Citadel, Sashana, 72, D-Shore, Geode, and others. There will be a break. They are getting ready for it. Therefore, companies that used to be very big at only shorting AMC are all beginning to acquire more and more. We're also examining how some short sellers have actually closed out their whole short positions to simply go fully long on AMC, even if some could label it a hedge, which is what it is. We have already demonstrated to you all AMC's institutional ownership. We've seen how quickly it's expanding. The demand for AMC shares is so great that millions and billions of synthetics are being produced in order to meet this need. And this is what we're examining. These hedging short sellers are attempting to amass and purchase as much AMC as they can. Usually when you do this, this indicates that the institutions that earlier believed that AMC was free money are now going long, which is a clear indication that they know something is about to happen. We have stated that AMC will undoubtedly be in a much better position as a result of what they are doing and are going to do. We have previously discussed the collaborations. We discussed the current state of the box office, particularly the ELE liquidity issue. These short sellers' panicked purchases of AMC made sense. You can see that AMC is headed in the right path when you look at the fundamentals. We discussed the intensive promotion of premium experiences under the Go plan and the premium large format growth. We discussed AMC opening new sites. AMC is increasing its investment in premium screens since they have determined that they are the ones that generate the most customers, its revenue and profit. And we're only examining how AMC is increasing the effectiveness of its organizational structures. When you comprehend this, how AMC is expanding and how AMC is functioning, it becomes clear why companies that weren't initially shorting AMC have been attempting to purchase AMC. This indicates that there was a high level of demand, which is why all of these companies wanted to acquire as much AMC as possible. Upon realizing that everyone had begun purchasing AMC, large institutions will continue to exert pressure on the regulations. Since they too own a part in the company and wish to profit from it, they're going to start letting a MAMCC true price movement, which is why short sellers are also building up, because they've come to the realization that they can no longer control AMC as time passes. People will find it more difficult to suppress AMC. This could be due to the fact that more institutions are involved, or that they are having financial difficulties. All of the financial expenses they have already incurred are costing them money. In other industries, they are losing money. We discussed the short silver squeeze. The topic of commercial real estate was discussed. Right now, a lot of things are happening that are hurting these short sellers. Additionally, the box office shows how well it's performing. And the reason this is so important is that it basically tells us what we should be doing to get ready for the following year and the months ahead. As for AMC, we discussed how they are the largest organization, how they will be the ones to gain the most when we see the box office expanding and rising. These pieces may attempt to present it in a different light, which we will discuss later, but we are aware of the reality. One of the largest AMC short sellers, Susquehanna, has added an additional 1.5 million long AMC shares to their position. I want to talk about this because, first of all, if you look at what's happening, you can see that they have a net positive in terms of calls against puts. In addition, they are not only purchasing a lot of shares, but they are also consistently realizing how big of an opportunity this is. As a result, some of you might be claiming that we are witnessing a decline in the price of AMC. I'm not going to refute that. However, one of the things we must acknowledge is that, in spite of the article's claims that consumers are selling as prices are falling, institutions are actually doing the exact opposite. They are really purchasing more and more AMC as they witness its declining price. These short sellers are purchasing AMC when the price drops, which is why it's crucial to understand that. Therefore, if you are a short seller and you observe the price drop, you will usually be profitable. You won't be going long on this specific stock, but you will cover your position. The fact that they are going long on AMC while we see the price declining while they have a short position open indicates that they are unable to profit from these short positions and that they understand that the whole thing was done to suppress AMC so they could purchase and enter at a lower cost. As you can see, the entire corrupt financial system is now on our movie theaters as we celebrate. Record-breaking 2025 performance, including its highest box office receipts since 2019. Thus, we are witnessing the industry's improvement once more. The sector is booming as we can see. However, the firms that receive the most credit for it are Sinish and our own company, IMAX, about which we have already discussed the comparison of how AMC has performed better. We discussed AMC's record EVA from the previous year. We discussed AMC's record-breaking attendance. You don't see it being discussed, though. They discuss Sinish, which is known to be institutionally held at a rate of more than 120%. And we discussed how news stories are merely attempting to drive retail away from AMC. And when it comes to other equities, we would typically overlook that.